message was, if you are sincerely on the path of mysticism, and you are not in any kind of game playing, then the prerequisite is Savan Tinna Sohagani Jin Ram Naam Oradhar. The revolution is only possible just as the vegetation changes its color in the rainy season. You can change yourself also, and you do not have to wait for any season. How do you change yourself? Jin Ram Naam Oradhar. Or means the heart. You get out of your brain. You get out of your memory bank. You get out of your logic. And you get into the field of feelings. Just feel. Or heart. Because there is a beautiful metaphor that there are two friends the one cannot see and the other cannot think, and the forest is on fire. So now they are wondering how to get out of this forest. So they make a deal. The one who cannot see says to the other, since you can see, why don't you jump on my shoulders? You keep on speaking and I'll keep on walking. That way we both get out of the forest. Anybody wants to take a guess? Whose story is this? This is my story. My heart cannot see, but the eyes cannot think. Eyes can see though. So my heart and my eyes struck a deal. You ride on top of me. The eyes are riding on top of the heart. Eyes are seeing it and heart is executing it. But he is not visible by these eyes. That deal was okay to navigate the physical world. Now the same heart says, let's go back where we came from. And the eye says, I'm sorry, I can't see him. How do I guide you? Because no matter where I guide you, I will be guiding you based on what is the memory stored right here. All the experiences collected from the parents, society, colleges, universities, business world. Those are the only thing I know. So whatever I tell you is going to be wrong because that's not a way to him. So the heart says, then you are useless on this journey. The intellect is useless on the journey of mysticism. The arguments, discussions, philosophies, the traditions, this is how my mother used to do, doesn't work. A mother was going to cook Thanksgiving dinner and she had a beautiful piece of ham. She marinated the ham the way she wanted to, and then before putting it into the tray, she chopped both ends of the ham and put it in the tray and shoved it in the oven. Young college girl was watching the mother. She said, Mom, that's a perfectly valid, beautiful piece of meat. You just chopped it off and threw it away. Isn't that a waste? And the mother said, yeah, it looks like. Then why did you chop it? Well, your grandma used to do that. Luckily, it was a Thanksgiving. The grandma was also in the house. So the girl went to the grandma. Grandma, does the ham cook better if you chop the both ends? She said, who told you that? No, I just saw the mother doing this. No, it's not because of the cooking. Cooking is going to be done by the heat, and heat is all around. But then why chop the ends? He said, Sonny, to be honest with you, I saw your great-grandmother do it. I thought there must be something to it. So I've been doing it, your mother saw it, she's been doing it, and now you have seen it, you can do it. Young girl said, absolutely not. I have to find out why you keep on wasting a perfect meat. Well, luckily the great-great-grandmother was also in the room, so the young girl went to the senior one. And the senior was, Sonny, come, sit down. In my days, the ovens were yay big and the trays were even smaller. A good sized piece of ham will not fit either to the tray or to the oven, so we had no choice but to chop the ends. They never asked me, I never told them, so they've been chopping, even though the ovens have doubled in size and the trays are now any size you can get, but they're still chopping the ends. That's called tradition. Follow a tradition without trying to understand it. But the brain has a memory. It says, I have stored this memory. I watched my mother do it, so I'm going to keep on doing it. The intellect, the memories, the traditions, philosophies, arguments, reasons help you not on this journey. So what helps you? Savan tinna sohagani jin Ram naam urdha. Those who are now developing the capability to trust and listen to the heart. And it may be totally illogical. People may call you crazy. You lost your marbles. You gone bonkers. They can give you all kind of titles. And you are not to worry about it. If you are in the guidance of the proper master, then you just trust. And where is the trust? Is the trust in the brain? No. Brain is arguing, finding the reasons, finding faults, looking for justifications of what I am saying. Oh, this may be right. Now, this doesn't sound right. If you are sitting in this room right now and your memory is analyzing every word that's coming out of this mouth, you are not going to benefit. For these few minutes, put aside that discriminating logic. Switch off the brain. Let the heart vibrate with the energy that you experience being projected toward you. If you are able to do that, then you are on your way back to your home, back to your origin, back to your source. And if you are not, then what's going to happen? That is the subject of today. The word commonly known to the Indian ear is Bhaadu. Bhaadu in Hindi and Bhaadu in Punjabi. Which is the month of July, August. But that's not what it means. As we started the series, to remind you, we looked at mystic does not see the time as months, weeks, days, hours, minutes. For the mystic, time does not exist. It is a continuum, it is a movement. For your convenience, you can chop it into pieces. But that doesn't change the time. Time is measured by a mystic by the state of your mind. What's going on inside you? How's your heart feeling? If the heart is sinking, the time is going to look like as if it has stretched itself. Uncomfortable time in the life of a human makes the time feel like as if it is completely slowed down. And if the heart is fluttering with joy, time perception is going to as if it is flying away. But the external clock says the same thing. Whether you are feeling depressed or you are feeling joyous, it doesn't matter. That clock doesn't change, but your clock is changing. Every moment you are changing. That is the mystical time. So this is not talking about the month. What it is talking about, the actual word is Bhaadu-ay. Bha means the condition. Doh means duality. If you are not on the proper path, then you are in duality. Ordinary human cannot experience the life where there is no duality. All of us have experienced the non-duality only once in our life. You know what that moment is? When you first fell in love with somebody. The time stopped. Right? No movement. No awareness of time. Everything just came to a single point. And what is that point? The awareness of the self disappeared. And what's left? The awareness of the other. You can talk to any lover. That's how they feel. That's why they are so much at peace with each other, because the time disappears, because the awareness of the self is not there. Only the other is. She's staring at him, he's staring at her. He's not aware of himself, she's not aware of herself. But they are both aware of the other. That's a single dimension. No duality there. When does the duality enter their world? When somebody walks in, what are you staring at? Thrown back into the world of duality. Because somebody said, what you? The you came into the being the moment somebody reminded. What are you staring at? Now they are two. Me, the starer, and you, the one being stared at. The moment that duality comes in, what happens? Bhaadu-ay, bharam. Bharam means the illusion. Something which is not, yet it appears to be so. One of the most difficult things to come to grips with is this life an illusion. A logician will say, absolutely not. I am because I think. I exist. I hurt. I bleed. How can you say I am an illusion? When the holotropic camera was designed, it created holographs. Anybody familiar with the holographs? That camera takes one picture. How is that taking one picture? The light is reflected from here into it and it's capturing the image. Okay? Now, put a mirror here and put another camera over there and let it reflect into that. That becomes two-dimensional. Put another camera over there and put a mirror here and let it reflect that. Now it becomes a three-dimensional image. Three-dimensional image does not need a background. One-dimensional image and a two-dimensional image need a background. If you want to project that, you need a surface to project on. Holographs, when the three cameras are taking the picture and projecting it back at a single point, it will be your perfect picture in three dimensions without any background. You will be hanging right in the middle where that camera is focusing. So now the question is, which is real? The one who is suspended in the air or the one who is sitting in the chair? The one who is suspended in the air will tell you, I am real, you are fake. And you will tell that image, I am real, you are fake. So who's going to decide it? Which one is real and which is not? This is scientific talk. It is not mystical right now. I'm giving you that in today's world, the illusion creation has become scientific. As we were talking earlier, a magician actually flying, creating an illusion. And he admits it to you. He declares it to you. I am creating an illusion, you come and catch me. When you are in the world of duality, Bhaadu-ay, bharam, duality is responsible for creating illusion. It will tell you this is real, and you sit back and think about it, and it suddenly will become clear to you that this was an illusion. Put a rope on the ground, turn off the light, and sit back over there. That rope will turn into a snake. And you can spend the all night waiting for the snake to move so that you can cross. All you need to do is shine a light on it, and suddenly the snake becomes a rope. That's how the life is. In our life, what are the conflicts due to? You all watch TV and movies and all that. How does the script move? How does the story move? Just think about it, right? This character is looking at the situation and interpreting this way. The other character is looking at the same situation and interpreting it that way. You, the third person observer, know both sides. But they, with respect to each other, do not know the other perspective. Or do we? If we knew the other perspective, would we ever argue, fight, get angry, throw things at each other? If that's going on, both are trapped in an illusion. There is a king who falls in love with a beautiful maiden, and she says, I will marry you on one condition. He says, what is that? No matter what I do, you will not ask the question. The day you ask the question, I will answer that question and then disappear from your life. It's that simple. You have total freedom, I will never question you. They marry. They have a first child. A son is born. That woman takes the son, goes to the river and drowns a newly born son. And the king cannot believe his eyes. A mother drowning his very firstborn? What could be the reason for this? But I promise I won't question. So he just lets it go. To cut the long story short, that woman gives birth to 7 sons and it drowns every single one of them. When she goes to drown the 8th one, the king cannot hold himself back. He says, enough is enough. I've been married to you more than 10 years now. You've been giving birth every year and you've been drowning every child. You have to tell me why. He says, okay, you broke your promise, but I will keep my promise. These 7 souls were punished by the higher sources for a very big sin they committed together. And they were expelled from the heaven to come on the earth and suffer in the physical body. I am the resident of that heaven. I could not tolerate their suffering, and I promised them that I will give them the birth and I will also free them from that punishment right away. They would not have to spend the life on the earth. So I wasn't killing them, I was actually freeing them from a punishment. It looks like this eighth one cannot be saved. He's going to have to suffer the life of a mortal. And now I am going back to my heaven. See the metaphor? Don't take it literally. We don't know all the reasons why the things are going on in life. But all we see is a mother drowning a newly born. And we jump to the conclusion. What a horrible woman. A demon, a devil. And there she is, helping those souls to finish the punishment and go back. We are into this type of duality every day of our life. Are we not? A simple test for the ladies here. Next door neighbor comes to you and say, I saw your husband having a dinner with a really young thing. And now you are all ready. All guns are loaded. The moment he walks in, where were you? I was having a dinner with a colleague of mine who was awarded the Employee of the Month. Nice try. Tell me something that I can believe. Are you the only one who will take Employee of the Month to the dinner? Aren't there anybody else over there? No, I am the boss. I need to honor the employee. I don't buy that. You have to come up with a better explanation. I have no better explanation. Okay, then you tonight sleep on the sofa. What is it? One is seen from one side, the other is seen from the other side. Now the interesting thing is, the person whom you have known for X number of years is unbelievable, and the person who has nothing to do with your life is completely believable. How quickly we want to believe the neighbor who just came and had fun with you, isn't it? What is that? That is an illusion. Bhaadu-ay, bharam, bhulaanee-aa. The illusion makes you forget everything. It suspends your mind, your logic, proper thinking, your trust, your love. Everything flies out of the window. And where are you now? You are in the illogical space called heart. Because the heart isn't believing the self. I am not that young anymore, I'm not that pretty anymore, I'm not that exciting anymore. And he has a roving eye, he's a man, he's a dog, he's going to chase new things. Even though there is no logic. But the heart doesn't need logic. You just need to accept the illusion and run with it. The life. If you want to see the life in its totality, in reality, you have to lean on the mysticism, not on the religion, not on the philosophy, not on the science, not on the logic, nothing. Nothing else will help you. Spirituality is the only subject that will help you to deal with the day-to-day nuances of the life. If you can do that, that is your heaven. If you cannot do that, that is your hell. There is no other hell, there is no other heaven. You can make it into heaven or you can create your own hell and live it, which is what all of us are doing right now. Because spirituality, mysticism is something out there. This is a topic for the crazy ones. This is a topic for who has nothing else to do. I am too busy. Busy doing what? Creating my own hell. That's what I'm busy in. I solve one problem, I create another one. Why? Because a problem, what else to do? After all, the time need to pass. Why can't you pass the time in meditation? Ah, but that's not very exciting. What is exciting? When the blood pressure is up, mind is running 1,000 miles a minute. From one argument to the other, one argument to the other, one person to the other. Get out of that hell. Because if you don't, you're going to live in the life of Bhaadu-ay, bharam, bhulaanee-aa, doojai, lagaa. Then you are attached with the other. Doojai means the second one. Who's the first one? Right? The first cause, the primordial origin, the one, the first one. Are you attached there? If you are not, then by definition you are attached with the outside. You are into the illusionary world of the senses, and the senses are always going to lie to you. If you don't believe me, when two friends are having a chat, just a conversation, stop the conversation and ask, confirm. When you said that, did you mean this? I am willing to bet $1 to donuts. The other one will say, no, I use these words, but that's not what I really meant. Try confirming it. You will know immediately how the illusions are created, how the attachment is made with the other. Because when one is talking, he wants to say something. He's choosing the words which don't fit into what he wants to say. And he's sending the word. The other one is hearing completely different. When two are talking, actually there are 6 people present at that moment. 3 from the other side, 3 from this side. Because what is supposed to be said, for argument's sake, a very common thing. How are you, Taranee? Now, Taranee really wants to say, I really had a tough day. But that's impolite. So she's going to say, I'm okay, thank you. everybody can be that well all the time, but we say that same thing all the time. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? But you are a total stranger. How can I open my heart to you? Don't open your heart, at least try to be one person, not three. But so long as you are attached with the outer, you will be forced into being three. What is the term we use nowadays? This is not a politically correct thing to say, isn't it? Politically correct. Please don't call this a garbage collector, call them sanitation engineers. It's not politically correct to call somebody a garbage collector, even though that's exactly what they're doing. Politically correct. What has it done? It has turned complete liars out of us. That's why I use this classic example. The telephone rings and the father tells the son, if it is for me, tell them I'm not home. And he picks up the phone and he says, my father just said he is not home. You idiot, that's not the way to talk. So we are going to now teach him how to lie, how to be politically correct. We are doing it now. I challenge every husband and wife, no matter how long they have been married. Does one know what's going on inside of the other? Is that ever shared? Can it be shared without running the risk of being murdered? Why is that? The most holy, pious, intimate relationship is the most deceptive. Why? What brought the humanity to this level? As a father, I might think my son is not ready yet to know my innermost hopes and disappointments. Is my wife also not ready to know my hopes and my disappointments? Why are we leading this kind of a life? Because we are attached with the outer. We are in that illusionary bubble. And how do we justify this? We are very smart people. Justification is, honey, I didn't tell you this because it would have hurt you. No, wait, me, you dumbbell. I found 10 days later it hurts me more now than it would have hurt me then. Nothing can be hidden forever. No, I was only saving you the trouble. No, you didn't save the trouble, you multiplied it. And it goes both ways. The women do the same thing. If the son was developing this habit, why did you tell me before? Oh, I was afraid you're going to beat the hell out of him. But I'm going to beat the hell out of him anyway because I find it now. Why didn't you tell me then? Then I probably wouldn't have to beat the hell out of him. I could have talked to him because it was just starting. Why didn't you tell me then? Oh, I was saving you the trouble. Have we ever thought about these things? What it is doing to our inner self? It is a cancer of the soul. It just eats us from inside. And we keep on drifting further and further and further away from the spirituality. There's a lot more religion in the world today, but there are a lot less religious people. Only 100 years ago, there weren't that many churches, or mosques, or temples. And the people weren't meeting on a weekly basis. Once in a month, a gathering in a village. Today, you don't even need to go out. Turn on the television, there is somebody selling the Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, Hinduism, Sikhism. Somebody is selling something on the television early in the morning. If there is so much supply of this, how come we are more miserable? How come we feel more empty? Because we are getting closer to the outside, further away from the inside. And the message in the very first line is, Bhaadu-ay bharam bhulaanee-aa, doojai lagaa. Attachment with the other, creating an illusion as if we are really alive. No, we are zombies. Just walking around doesn't mean you are alive. If you are alive, tell me, how does the drink of juice of orange taste? Does your palate remember the taste of orange juice that you had this morning? No. You know why? Because you drank it like a zombie. You weren't alive then. Otherwise that orange would have become the part of your fiber. But it did not become a part of your fiber. It just went into the digestive system straight from the lips. Gut. Done. I'm too much in a hurry. Give me a glass of Coke. I'm running. The very reason we are breaking our back for the food we eat while driving. The very reason. We have no time. How many families here have a sit-down dinner every night? Not a single one. Why not? If you are a family, you will sit down, wait for all members together. That will be the true family time. To know each other, to talk to each other, to say hello to each other. But if everybody is drinking the coffee in the car and having the sandwich in the car, you're not tasting the food. You're attacked with the outside. When you're attacked with the outside, lakh, seegaar, banaa-i-aa, kaaraj, naahee, kayt, then you can dress up your life in any which way. Lakh means 100,000. Seegaar means makeup. You can have 100,000 types of different makeups. Every lady knows it. If the inside is sad and you stand in front of the mirror and paint the cosmetics all over your face, is it going to light up? Would that energy from outside you reflect on your face just because you have painted it? But if you are glowing from inside, do you even need to put a lipstick on? Correct. splash of water on yourself, dry with a towel, and your gleam will light up the room, no matter where you walk up. Why? That glow is coming from here, is it not? Every one of you have felt it. Lakh seegaar banaa-i-aa. Try to decorate yourself as much as you can. Kaaraj, naahee, kayt. It's not going to be useful at all. It's not going to help you. Because what helps you is, how's your inside? And the inside cannot be decorated by anything from outside. Inside is going to be decorated with his memory, with his thought. If you stay focused on the outer, what's going to happen? Jit din dayh binsasee, tit vil kahsan parayt. The day this body drops and the energy flies out, nobody will address you as a human. They will call you a ghost. Why would they call you a ghost? We all know. What happens when the life energy flies away and the body remains for few hours? The blood starts coagulating, solidifying, turning color. The face turning like dust, which is a direct representation of a ghostly looks. Because the one who was actually making you look alive was that energy with whom you are not connected at all. You don't remember it, you don't think about it, you don't care about it. It is just there. And it's doing its job without worrying about your gratification, your thank you. It just keeps on doing it. Jit din dayh binsasee, tit vil kahsan parayt, pakarh chalaa-in, doot kisai, daynee, bhayt. Then it is a final curtain of the drama. Nobody will be able to tell you where you came from and where are you going. All the literature published over the last 5,000 years do not have the answer to this question. Where did I come from and where I am going? If you, any one of you know it, please let me know. Regardless of which religion, which discipline you belong to, tell me where you came from and where will you go when you go. That secret is not known. It cannot be known. Pakarh chalaa-in, doot kisai, daynee, bhayt. Bhayt means the secret. The time is over for you on this planet. You are traveling to the other dimension. What that dimension is, what you will do, secret is really a secret. It has remained so, it will continue to be so. Chhad kharhotay khinai mein. Jinseon lagaa hai. When the body is in that state of crisis and the soul is traveling, those who you thought was your beloved, your lovers, they all step aside. Right. Our responsibility for you was only up till here. Now you go, all by yourself. Just as when you came into the world, you came alone. When you leave the world, you'll be leaving alone. Even those senses that connects you to the outside world, they will remain here. Sense of seeing, sense of hearing, sense of smelling, sense of tasting, sense of touching, everything remains here. That's why Tuesday we were talking about those who talk of hell and heaven. Ask them, which sense is going to feel the pleasure of heaven and which sense is going to suffer the pain of hell? If all five senses are here, tell me. Please explain. Go study your literature. The literature which is yelling bloody murder. If you do this, you go to heaven. If you do that, you go to hell. And you burn in hell. Fine. Burning is felt by the skin. And my sitting right here, whether I am buried or whether I am cremated, the skin is here. So tell me how I'm going to feel the heat. What is that will feel the heat? No answer. But the crazy part is there's nobody to ask these questions even. Holy Book says there is a hell, there must be a hell. Holy Book says there is a heaven, there must be a hell. That's it. You are living in the world of science. The brain that was available to Jesus Christ or Muhammad or Moses is 5,000 years old. The brain that is looking at it now does not have those memories or belief systems. If you did not have the courage to ask the questions of your parents or your priest, your children are asking you now. And if they are not, they eventually will. You better be ready if you want to be a good parent. pakarh chalaa-in doot jam kise na daynee bhayt, chhad kharhotay khinai mein jinso lagaa hayt, hath marorhai tan kape si-aahhu sayt. Now, what's going on? Now there is a sense of time wasted, an opportunity lost. Wasn't there a movie or novel something? Paradise Lost? Right? Or a Lost Paradise, something of that nature? Huh? Lost Paradise. That will be the sensation at that moment. Lost Paradise. I had the opportunity to get back to my source and I didn't work on it. I didn't take it. I continued enjoying the world of senses. And this is the end result. Even the senses are saying, sorry, we had fun with you while you were here. Now you move on. Understand. Jeha, bije, solune, karma, sand-rhaa, kayt. Understand this world, the world of matter, the world of thought, and the world of emotion is run by the law of cause and effect. What the Hindu world calls laws of karma. There's only one place where the law of karma does not apply, and that is the world of spirituality. Everywhere else, law of karma applied. As you sow, so shall you reap. Jeha bije. To beej means to sow. Sow lune. Lune means to harvest. Harvest what? Karma sand-rhaa. These are the choices you made. While you are in this dimension, you made these choices. In this dimension, you are going to have to reap that reward. You can't get away from it. No escape. Nanak prabh saranagati charan bohet prabh det se bhaadu-ay narak na paa-ee-ah guru rakhan wala hai. Nanak prabh saranagati. Even now it is not too late for everyone, regardless of your age, nationality, sex, color, belief system, doesn't matter. Whatever you were, you were. Forget it. That's past. It's gone. Start now. Wherever you are, right at this moment, take a decision to do what? Prabh Saranagati. Prabh means the creator. Saranagati means to go in the shelter of the ultimate creator. Lean on that. One energy and only one energy. And if you do that, He knows your true intention. He will send you the grace. He will bless you. Bhaadu-ay narak na paa-ee-ah. Then this hell of duality that you are currently going through, you will be freed from it forever, provided you accept the shelter of that ultimate creator. So that's a hymn number 7 on page 134. We'll take a pause here. Thank you all for coming. Once again, as usual, a reminder, if anything I said offended anybody or hurt anybody's sentiments, I apologize, because that's coming from my ego and my ignorance. If anything touched you, then that's a blessing from the beyond. Take it home. It might help you. Now, if anybody has any comments or questions, the lines are still open.